Welcome back to one final episode of The Uncle Who Works for Nintendo. So as you can see, after we finished all 5 of these endings, a new ending has revealed itself in a little bit of glitchy text. What's the hint for this one? Repetition with a difference. It is not the time for running. Go where you're not wanted. Go where you've been told you can't go. Okay. So, in this one, no, he doesn't drink. So we're just going to play through this like I played through the initial one, so I'm just going to waste some time, watch Dave play some games. Dave is playing something that looks a little like GoldenEye, but it's not a game you're familiar with. You watch for a while, and eventually Dave turns to look at you. Come on, you want to play? Sure, let's play co-op. There's co-op, you ask? Of course, says Dave, handing out a controller. You don't know the game, but still, it seems oddly familiar. He only has to give you a few pointers on how to move the camera. You play through a level or two. Okay, this one. Let's play some more. You play this one, he says. Oh, this is one with the wizard who barfs up blood. Sure. Dave's mother bustles into the room and has popcorn. So let's get the popcorn. Thank you. And then she's gone. Let's just watch Dave play some more. Dave takes charge of the console again. Watch this, he says. On screen, Link is in the Temple of Time. Dave heads to a corner of the map, and after walking back and forth for a few seconds, phases through the wall. I found this the other day, says Dave, running his avatar through a huge room with arched ceilings. What are you going to do with it, you ask? Dave doesn't say anything, but smiles as Link reaches the end of the room and stops in front of the shining golden light of the Triforce. No way. Link saunters forward and grabs the Triforce. Triumphant music and a lengthy cutscene play as Link poses with the Master Sword, which now glows gold. Now the game gets really cool, says Dave. You have unlimited bombs and arrows, and you can go into the past as an adult. Accordingly, he shows things off for a while. It begins raining outside. Let's watch him play some more. You and Dave play a game of Mario Kart. Dave wins the first track pretty easily, and you start to feel like this was a mistake. He's just too competitive, but you actually win during the second track. Eat my dust. Sorry, says Dave, I'm a little off my game tonight. You notice that he seems somehow nervous. While you played, an hour passed. Okay, let's watch him play some more. My uncle will be here soon, says Dave, looking at the clock. Should we get stuff ready for him? Let's play just one more game, he replies. You pick. As you begin ruffling through the pile of cartridges by the TV, you realize Dave is staring at you. You turn to stare back. Is everything okay? Dave shakes his head. No, sorry, I was thinking. You shrug and then pick a cartridge from the pile. How about this one? As you plug it in and start up the console, you hear him behind you. Hey, yeah? Thanks for spending the night, he says. You play together for a good while. It's time, he says. Is your uncle here? Someone knocks at the front door. That's him, says Dave, standing up. As you go, let him in. As he leaves the den, you realise you could follow it, but a part of you really feels like being scarce for a bit. So remember in the first episode, or not the first episode, remember in the second episode I tried going to the kitchen, but the route wasn't available. Well, they give you a little hint in the hint screen for that. So I'm going to go to the kitchen. This passage does not exist. Kitchen. Go anyway. You go to the kitchen. There's not much of a... Tell the uncle to be quiet. It falls silent for the moment. It has grown weak since you haven't been feeding it. Take out the Game Boy. From your pocket you pull Dave's Game Boy Color. The uncle is somewhere behind the half-textured walls, grumbling to itself. Let's start. Pokédex. This isn't the time to use that. Pokemon? Item. You're carrying a Game Boy Color. Let's see. Option. Keep that for later. You hope this works. It came to you after you picked up Dave's Game Boy, still weak from the night from the night of the sleepover. And in that moment, you had an understanding of what it was, and what it did. How many times had you not made it through the night? How many of your friends had gone before you, would come after you? How many had taken the Game Boy? It promised you what it promised everyone, every time. The newest games, the best consoles, the best strategies and most talent, the knowledge of tricks and secrets. A family who could and would provide these things. You could play well, play forever, you would always be the best, so long as you fed it. And you had an idea. It did not like your first request, but it was hungry, and it had no other choice. So here you are. Okay. Let's see, save. It's probably not a good idea when... Stop this child. Things are getting so messed up. Okay. Let us try... Let's see. Option. Fast. You're 11 years old. Oh. Wow. In the corner of the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's dark and rainy. Dave is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Suddenly he jumps, as if you scared him by entering when you did, and turns to look at you. "What was that?" he asks. It was me. But it sounded like, "I know about the uncle." Dave blinks uneasily at you. "I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about?" He's trying to tell him to not listen. "I used it to come back here." Dave looks around uneasily. "I hear it too." "How is this happening?" Dave asks. "I'm starving it to death." Dave shakes his head in disbelief. "What are you here for? What are you doing?" The rain outside increases in tempo, or stops sounding exactly like rain. Let's see. "I came back to save you." Dave takes a step forward toward you. "How did you do that?" "It's weak." "But it changed so much," says Dave. "Not really." "But all the others," says Dave. "They're gone." "No, we're here. We're all here still." "I made so many. My parents, my brother. I don't deserve it. Why did you come back for me?" Suddenly Dave is crying. "Why did you come back for me?" "Because we're friends." Things are starting to change. The uncle, the thing that calls itself an uncle, is either on the verge of death or making a final gamble to stop either of you from leaving. Dave is still crying. I like how it's like trying to yell at me through this game. It's like, I'm so hungry. It's okay. Dave looks up at you. "You really came back for me? You really think we can do this?" "It wants us to hate each other, and I won't do that." With a sad smile, he nods. "Okay. Let's go." There's bad expressions all over here. This is all very odd. Exit. Bad expression. Come back. This part is weird because it like starts scrolling down. There's things that you can click that like display a bunch of stuff. Whoops! I scroll down and back up again. "I'm sorry you were hurting and I did not listen. It doesn't control us. It isn't our only choice, even if it wants us to think it is. You are my friend. No more games. You are my friend, and I am here for you." So, that was the new game ending. And by doing this, you've unlocked the author's notes, but I'm not going to go through those. I shall leave those for you to find out on your own if you decide to play through this. So again, thank you for watching. This has been a really cool series. I quite enjoyed this game, and I'm glad I played through it again. And my throat is now red raw from all this reading. So, thank you for watching, and I shall see you later.